The three major issues that we face here in Colleton County are actually all interrelated, and that's it's funding, it's teacher recruitment, retention, and then student achievement. And the way that all of these are interrelated is, well, it's pretty straightforward, but whenever we receive an unfunded mandate from state government, for instance, we got to spend money out of our limited general budget to meet those unfunded mandates. Since Colleton County is very rural and fairly undeveloped, we don't have the industrial or property tax base that some of the districts around us have, which means that we can't depend on that for padding. We've got to move money around to figure out how that we could source these unfunded mandates. That means by necessity, sometimes we're not able to pay our teachers what districts around us will. What we do in Colleton to meet these challenges is we have to turn what a lot of people would term our weaknesses into a strength. And so what I mean by that is we have to sell ourselves with our unique background. We're one of the counties in the Lowcountry where you can really go and you can have a small town feel. We are one of the few places where you can have lower levels of bureaucracy, more direct access to district officials. We're not a huge school district and we have a small district office staff, and we're a lot more approachable than some of those other school districts are. We also like to talk about our quality of life. There's if you're a hunter, if you're a fisherman, if you are looking for a rural lifestyle, if you want to have access to some of those most beautiful areas of the Lowcountry that are still remaining, a lot of those are in Colleton County, and it's like at worst a 45-minute drive if you live in Baltimore to access. So we take that stuff to kind of use that to bring people in, so that that even if we don't necessarily able to pay you as much as some of these other districts, look at the type of life that you can have. So whenever the pandemic first started and we were all virtual and we remained all virtual from March of 2020 to the end of that semester in June, we had to figure out, okay, well, if we're not able to feed our students in a school, we don't want anyone to miss a meal. So how can we handle that? Well, we went to our transportation department where, now the students are no longer riding the buses, and we took our bus drivers and had them deliver meals to students to the addresses. At this point, we've never stopped that, and we've delivered thousands of meals by this point. We were very proud of that. We were one of the first districts to actually do that. In fact, one of the first districts in our region to. I guess the overriding thing with that is we had to look at the resources that we had and use them as creatively and effectively as possible.